Mazda is on the cusp of a new era. The evolution to premium. Fueled by a challenger spirit that never compromises, they are driven to build cars that create a sense of well-being. Among the greatest of Japan's gifts to the world is surely that of design. A Japanese meal, for instance, is more than just a mixture of tastes and visual delight. Its very presentation is a form of theatre. The passage of time from one dish to another, taking you on a journey throughout the meal. That's why Mazda seeks to breathe life into the car's form and embody an overall sculptural movement that is beautiful. This is the essence of Kodo design, a belief that by passionately creating objects by hand, a soul is given within that object. It's this elevated level of art, formed by the hands of master craftsmen, that creates a sense of emotion running through the visual styling of a Mazda. A relationship between the car and the viewer that makes the car feel alive. Can precision and warmth really be crafted by mere human hands when designing a vehicle? Isn't it just safer and more precise to rely on computers and machinery alone? Mazda strongly believes that a car is much more than simply metal. It's more like a living creature, and the ultimate goal of Kodo design is to create this emotional bond between driver and car. In order to discover more about the concept of Kodo design, I had the opportunity to sit down with Gregory Wormsley, Director of Brand, Mazda Design Americas. Let's look at creating that world for designers and for their imagination to run wild.
Sure.
In that, how do you go about presenting them a scenario or a vision?
By and large, it's experiential. So we tend to call them immersions. So we'll try and create a physical experience that we can take the designers to that has some kind of correlation in terms of the feelings that they'll have with this sort of end goal. So if we're designing a car that is going to be something for the future of Mazda, that is a car that allows you to go off-road, then we'll try and kind of create an event where they'll go and they'll experience the outdoors, but in a way that aligns with Mazda's future positioning, which is this sort of premium Japanese brand.
How does Mazda bridge the design aspect of traditional Japanese crafts and then translate it into a Western market?
Yeah, that's a really great question, and something that was core to how we designed the two new Vision cars, the RX Vision and the Vision Coupe. And the way we started those projects off was by working with different Japanese craftsmanship houses. What they tend to do is they take a flat piece of copper and they hammer it over and over again up to 300,000, 400,000 times over the course of 4 or 5 months. And just through that gradual process of hammering this piece of copper, the copper takes a form, maybe it's a bowl, maybe it's a vase. But you can see every single strike that the craftsman made on this bowl, and every single hammer blow has intention behind it. It's exactly what they intended. And so by working with them, we learned their process. We understood how it is that you can inject human kind of feeling into a static form like a car. And so we designed the RX Vision and the Vision Coupe based off of those principles, and it's all driven by this idea of Japanese craftsmanship, Japanese mastery in the way you design the car.
Can you talk a little bit about Kodo design?
Kodo is really about trying to make the car feel like it's a living thing, make it feel that like you can connect with it in a very natural way, in a way that you would with another person.
What do you want, or what does Mazda want its customers to walk away with as part of that experience?
Everything we do in some way is kind of originates from our Japanese heritage. It's really taking that that history and understanding how do we move forward with it. So it's not a retro thing, it's not about kind of being melancholic about the past. It's really understanding how we've got to where we've got to and how we can use that to move forward, how we can use our particular kind of flavor of Japaneseness in the future.
I now understand the importance of clay modelers using their hands to sculpt design models. It's the transference of emotion from human to vehicle. It may be the era of digital technology, but a refined form, honed by human hands, is truly art.